everyone, this is Cindy with Crayons with the Heart. Welcome to the Not Too Shabby Shop blog hop. Make sure that you visit all the hops along the way. There's lots of really fun Christmas inspiration using the Not Too Shabby Shop products. Today I'm using the Not Too Shabby Shop I Want It All Gingerbread bundle, which did sell out, but I do believe most of these items are still available in the shop. The only thing not available is the gingerbread stencil, the holiday icons stencil. I'm going to be using that gingerbread background stamp. That is something I'm using from the Honeybee Stamps. I'm also using the Not Too Shabby Shop dies that go with the Christmas Calories stamp set, and I'm using the Cozy Mug standalone die. The other thing I am using is the Gingerbread Visions paper, the ephemera, and I'm also using these rectangle dies and scallop dies from Tailored Expressions. So I got some new lunar paste. There is 4 new pastes. The ones I'm going to be using are the Willow, which is the dark brown, and then the, I think it's called Cookie Dough, which is that lighter color. So you can see I use that Willow right there on my white cardstock, and I do a little technique where I sometimes cut out of the middle of my paper, and that way I can trim it down and use it as a background. And so that way I kind of use the whole sheet. I don't have to cut into a new sheet of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. I'm using an A2 size card, and I've got that down, and now I'm going to put my stenciled background over that, and it'll cover up that hole right there. And that's using that Willow paste. It takes about 24 hours, not 24 hours, but I do 24 hours usually to dry. And then I've got that scallop piece. I also cut a little piece of this snowflake paper. Also have that scallop rectangle, just the bottom part. And that's going to go right on top of there. And then I'm using the ephemera. So I'm using ephemera as well as the stamped sentiment. All of my sentiments are from the Christmas Calories stamp set. So I've got that on foam, kind of figure out exactly where I want that cute piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and place my sentiment down also on foam. Right there. And then I've already stamped my sentiment inside, Baking Sweet Memories, and then figuring out how I want to do my inside. So I did decorate all the insides of the cards that I'm going to be showing you guys today. It's just a really fun way of using up scrap and ephemera pieces, and now these cards are ready to go. I just have to do a to from. So there's my first card. I've got a little star that also comes from that ephemera pack. I'm going to go ahead and place that right there. And I think I might do, I always forget to put these little doodads on there, my enamel dots. So I'm going to put 3. I usually either put 3 or 5. I like to do an odd number, and so I'm just going to few down there and set that one aside. And now I'm on to my second card, and this one I believe also uses that really cute Christmas icons stencil and the cookie dough lunar paste. So I did the same technique here. I cut my mug out of the center of that piece, and then I was able to use my scalloped die to cut around it, and now I've got a base for the bottom, and it's going to get covered up with that stenciled piece. And then I am going to kind of show you really quickly how I put together this mug. So the basic mug piece is just a few pieces. It's really easy to put together. I took some pieces of ephemera, and I also did the mistletoe, holly? I don't know. Poinsettia flower. And that comes in the Cozy Mug die set. And so I'm just kind of putting those things all in the cup. I've got a little piece of candy in there as well, and that also came from the ephemera. I thought maybe I'd put the peppermint, but it just didn't work out, so I'm going to skip it. And then I'm going to go ahead and place that whipped cream piece right there. And so it comes with a separate handle, so then you can go ahead and cut that handle out of different paper, and I just really like how that looks in gold. So what I'm going to do next is figure out, oh yeah, I'm going to put my snowflake, which also comes in that mug die set. I use the mug also in my Alice in Wonderland project that I did. And so, you know, you don't have to use the cup just for Christmas or winter. And I'm going to go ahead and place that cup on some foam. Just give it a little bit of dimension. This is a very low profile foam that I like to use from Altenew. So I'm going to kind of put it more towards the bottom because I'm going to use this cozy cutout. Now the paper that I use for this blue actually comes from the Books and Coffee paper pad, also from the Not Too Shabby shop. It's got some really pretty colors, including this blue, and it kind of works for this project. And then I've got these a cookie, and then the peppermint also comes from that cozy cup die. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I want it kind of leaning on the cup. So I put glue on one side and foam tape on the other. And I'm going to do the same thing with my cookie. And what I did, you'll notice, is there's no white space around it. Sometimes I like to trim the white space off of my ephemera. That's what I did here for that cookie. And now I'm going to do the inside, very simple. I just have a strip of scrap that I'm going to put down. You can see I've already got my sentiment there. So it says Christmas calories don't count, which I just really love for all this gingerbread stuff. And then I've got this this lollipop piece that is also part of the ephemera that I'm going to go ahead and place down, and this card is done. I spoke too soon. I'm going to put my enamel dots on there, and then this card is done. So now we're on to, I think, my favorite. Not this one. I like this one, but this is cookie sheet, and I just put some cookies on there. Thought that would be kind of just fun. That was a little bonus. This is my favorite. So this is the background stamp. So what I did was I embossed it. So I inked it up with my VersaFine Clair, and then I sprinkled some clear embossing powder over it, and then heat emboss that to melt the powder. And then I used my Copics to color in all of those gingerbreads. And then on the white part, I used some stickles. So really cute. I did not want to cover those guys up. So I just did a simple little banner. I took a strip of scrap and then aligned the top and the bottom with some gold cardstock I had in my stash. I thought about using Love for Lindsay strips, but I just had this handy, so it worked out. So I'm going to glue that down, and that way you really can see those gingerbreads. The gingerbread people. And then I've got a little gingerbread guy that I got from the ephemera pack on foam. And I also trimmed the white space around him as well. So I've got the gingerbread kisses also on foam as my sentiment, and I'll just place that down. And then the inside, I've got a little piece of scrap, and I again use that Christmas calories don't count sentiment. And I'm just going to place that scrap down there, and then I've got a cookie piece that I'm going to use also from the ephemera. There are so many cute holiday items in the Not Too Shabby shop store. All of these items, I believe, except I don't think the Christmas icons is available. I think that stencil was only available as part of the I Want It All bundle. But all of this is really cute. I highly recommend the cozy mug die. That one is really fun. You can see all the people who are hopping in my description box. Make